Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to SAO, and it's time for more cutscenes.
Oh,
spray bottle.
SBC フリューゲル内部の翻訳機能を有しています。
はい。
ですが、SBC フリューゲル内部の構造についてはメモリが消失しているため把握しておりません。
Can we just take the key from your like patch?
はい。
なるほどな。ま、デイジーちゃんが言うなら間違いねえな。
Well, Klein has super orange hair.
どういうことです？はい。私もいろいろな情報を探してみたんだけど、アップデート直後で攻略の最前線だから。
I was being accurate.
ダミーの情報も混ざっていて、何が正しいのかさっぱりなのよね。まあ、最前線ならではの醍醐味だけど。
So glad they picked this music.
アルゴを歌ってみるか。情報が情報だけに高くつきそうな気もするけど。
でも、キリトさんの言う通り、アルゴさんなら知ってると思う。こうしちゃいられないわ。早く行かなくちゃ。
まあ、待てって。俺も行くよ。
This is supposed to be like a chat room.
もう行っちゃったわ。クリャ、随分と張り切ってるのね。そうね。きっとすごく楽しんでるんじゃないかしら。そう思わない？いつき。
It's key. So you...
そうだね。人は誰しも一番になれるかもという可能性を前にすると必死になるんじゃないかな。
You were gonna call him Itsuki.
君も
I did call him
早く言っておいでよ。
in conform to my way of pronouncing his name. Okay, it's...
I hit next. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, can I move around? Hooray! I can. Alright. Let's see. What are we gonna do now? I suppose...
Well, I guess the cat has chosen to sit on my lap today.
Hang on. Let's go to... Yeah, I'm fine with this team. Alright. We need to go to the urban district and talk some more. Hooray! So good. So great. Yeah, for reals.
Wait!
My own playthrough of this game, I skipped so much dialogue. Okay, so where's that info broker at? Argo! Oh, Argo! That doesn't look like Argo. Where the heck are you? I know you're here. Okay, that didn't work. Are you? Nope, you're not Argo.
Oh no!
She
Shadow,
hangs out
don't get up!
same place all the time.
Great.
Hi there. I get so hungry the other day. Oh, that's great for you. What about you? Hahaha, I've got a good death match where going fighters for blood. There she is. Okay, tell me something useful, please.
来ると思ってたよ。情報が欲しいって飢えた顔をしてるね。
I have cat hair in my eye now.
That's what you get for having a cat on your lap.
今日はキーボーも一緒だし、お友達価格で5割増しかな。
How did you get something in my eye?
It's all over my face.
What is?
The hair! The
おい、ア
fur!
ルゴ。さすがに5割は。
Argo's trying to charge us an arm and a leg again.
What? I missed everything. I had cat hair all over me.
Whoa, she's exciting.
Are you okay?
Kuroha, we don't have that much
We'll
money.
pay it, no matter if it's $1 billion.
悩む時間がもったいないってだけ。
Sorry, your voice is lower than that.
私たち攻略の最前線にいるのよ。
We're on the front lines, okay.
Anything
今こうしてる
goes.
間にも他の人に先を越されるんじゃないかって思うと。
Good for them.
クレハ。
私誰にも負けたくないもの。
Kirito likes
言うね。
assertive girls.
その気概に敬意を表して
Harem.
価格で提供させてもらうよ。
I'm not very. Luke, don't. She
あ
didn't
りが
do
とう
anything.
アルゴさん。
Yeah.
でもちょっと痛い出費かも。
I'm not a very assertive girl. I can assert myself
攻
more.
略して手に入れた情報
あー
を
no,
オレ
don't
ックス
hurt
に
me.
提供してくれれば儲けが出るくらいさ。
Wow, the voiceover didn't catch up with the text.
Alright, just so you guys know, Luke didn't.
SBC フリューゲルの扉を開けるためには
はい
各フィールドのボスを倒してカードキーを回収し
Defeat
よう。
every zone boss and collect the card keys. The new zone bosses.
なるほど。てっ
Lame.
きり俺たちに見
Yeah,
逃しが
they're
あった
just
のかと
stretching
思って
for
たけど。
content.
Okay, now you have to go back and beat the
ア
entire
バス
game
のパーツ
again
と同じように
20 times
カードキーも
over, every
各フィ
single
ールド
room.
に散らばってるって設定なのか。
Just 3 zones.
そういうことだな。
Sorry, I
SBC フ
overread
リ
it.
ューゲルのアップデートと同時にボスからのカードキーのドロップが開始されたってわけだ。他フィールド攻略中のプレイヤーが SBC フリューゲル攻略組に有利に出られる手段にもなる。
How would Argo know all this, though?
Oh, right. I don't know.
あ、そうか。
I was listening.
先にこっそりカードキーを集められるし、場合によっては攻略組に高値で売りつけたっていいし。
Who's Argo again? What?
何にせよ、ぼやぼやしている時間はないな。早いところ、カードキーを集めよう。
Are we gonna sit around all day or are we gonna do it?
Luke, I think you know the answer to that question, and it's not, we're gonna do it.
Alright, good. Now, let's go get some key cards.
So how do we do this? Are we gonna have to, like, basically take people out and grab their key cards, disguise ourselves like them, like Indiana Jones, and then, like, take their clothes and pretend to be, like, one of the, Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that in this playthrough.
Now I remember where that quote came from. Pride of the X-Men.
Huh?
Are we gonna sit here talking all day or we're gonna do it? And Cyclops is like, we're gonna do it. Eye blast. Pew. That was the coolest
Cool.
voice of Cyclops because it was Duke from G.I. Joe.
In the cartoon?
Well, it was a pilot series in the 80s.
Oh.
Pride of the X-Men actually was an arcade video game that you played.
Well, I liked the X-Men cartoon, but I don't remember what it was called.
X-Men.
I played Pride of the X-Men video game?
It was an arcade game that had Colossus, Nightcrawler, Dazzler.
Wait, was that when we were dating and stuff?
No, we were married when it re-released on the PlayStation 3.
Oh, we played it in, like, our house?
Yep, we did a series on it. I even had the Peanut Butter Gamer do a review with me on it.
Wow.
And he never played the game, so that was interesting. I wrote the script and everything. Oh boy.
Yeah, you wrote a lot of scripts for a lot of people, but...
See, essentially, this is all Kirito and everybody else's fault because instead of pacing ourselves, they wanted to go now to the spaceship, and the update updated new areas. So now we have the industrial zone,
Oh, yeah.
which is here in the, like, the sands area.
Oh, wow, this is such a beautiful, like, place with a lot of cool scenery. It's so pretty here.
We were here, like, a long time
just
ago,
kidding.
but they just added this. This is like...
Oh!
You know how they're supposedly gonna add new content to like Mario Rabbids and some of the other games
Yeah,
that
I've
we played?
heard of that.
Right, that's basically what this is. So in MMOs, in order to keep people playing the game and force them to go back to areas so they don't have to make an all-new map, they'll add new areas into an already, you know, map. So now we have the industrial zone. And there'll be probably like an elevator to a boss place, I don't know.
Yay! Yep, they add new areas into an already mapped map.
Well, it saves time and money. And then they can milk it out for players for a few months, and then when they get tired of that, then, oh, by the way, there's actually another part of the map that was released, and it's like, oh, yay!
Milking their games out to get the most money they can from their viewers. That's exactly what the new president of Nintendo seems to be doing.
Yeah,
His
pretty
motto.
much. Wait, why didn't that teleport us in?
He's like, let's milk all the content we have.
Speaking of milking, this game's not even done yet, and Namco's already announced less than 2 weeks after it's been out that they're going to have a DLC story and additional characters from the Underworld arc will be in this game. So that character Alice that I talk about, that weird robot love interest for Kirito and
Yeah.
the Arc Revelation or whatever it's called, Arc. She's going to be in the game along with the guy best friend character from that world, because they're trying to get people used to the fact that Sword Art Online Season 3 is going to be releasing this year, 2018. My guess it'll be fall. That's usually when SAO released, was the fall. So probably won't be until like September or October.
I don't want to see that two-timing robot chick.
Well, in Kirito's defense, he grew up without Asuna in that one world because he was literally born again, at least in his mind, because he got attacked by that one person trying to save Asuna in real life. Got poisoned.
Like having a giant. It'd be like having a dream that you're somebody else.
Exactly. Kind of think of it like perfect way to describe it. The Sleeping Mercy or whatever in Justice League, where Superman, dreams that he's on Krypton, he marries a girl who's exactly like Lois, he has a son, and then it turns out it was all a lie. That's what Kirito goes through for 200 years.
Cool. Or it's like that episode of Batman where he dreams that he's happy and his parents are alive.
No, Perchance to Dream is not as bad as the Sleeping,
okay.
things.
Sorry.
Because it really made you feel that happened. That's how real it makes the lie.
Whoa.
So, I mean, Superman really wanted to destroy Mongol because he made him think that Superman had his son that he left behind on Krypton to be blown up. That's how real it was.
Oh, yeah.
And Batman had his parents come back to life and defeat the Mugger in front of his very eyes. So,
Wow.
it was the one time that Batman actually considered, in that show, killing somebody.
Whoa.
Yep. That's why he says whatever he's seeing, it's too good for him when they put the Sleeping Mercy back on Mongol.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Although, it's actually interesting, in the episode with Deadman, though, later in Justice League Unlimited, they have Batman accidentally kill a character on screen in the show, in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon, which is the 3rd season of this show or whatever. It's because Deadman possessed his body, and Superman and Wonder Woman are trying to tell Batman, it didn't count because you weren't in control of your body when that guy was killed. So, yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of a stupid storyline. It's not one of my favorites. Okay, so
Weird.
I get kind of lost in this dungeon. I'm just letting you people know.
Yeah.
Basically, these card dungeons, they're bigger, they're more thickly populated with enemies, and to make matters worse, you actually have to kill all the enemies in order to unlock the doors.
What?
There are also areas where, you remember at the very beginning of the game, they showed us like these floating orbs that you need to hit with your grappling hook to open a locked door somewhere? You need to find those orbs in some of these dungeons.
What?
Yep,
You have to
you
find
could
them?
be running around for an hour. Mhm.
Wow.
Yep. So like I said,
Yeah.
I had to go through and play the keycard dungeons, but I did not play the final dungeon because I want that to be fresh in my mind. So the finale, where something happens and you get a shout out from Death Gun, I didn't play that dungeon.
Yeah.
So I will be fresh with that.
Thank you for putting the cat spray.
I somehow
thing
got
away.
squirted myself, which doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, like in comic books, usually it's like comic books are supposed to be like standards for morality, or they're supposed to show kids, about right and wrong, but sometimes their explanations of things are like, what?
There we go.
It's
Grappling
like-
hook work.
It's like, this guy murdered this person, but it was okay, because he was holding a squash at the time. It's like, okay.
The needs,
Whatever you say.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. I hate that.
Yeah, utilitarianism.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like when superheroes... Only Marvel superheroes use that line. Superman tries to save everybody.
You know who used that line? Spock did. Spock used that line.
Now I know I didn't like Spock.
And And what is the guy who's with Spock? Oh my gosh.
Kirk?
Yeah, Kirk was like, no, all human lives are important, Spock. And he said, that's not logical, Captain. You know, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And he's like, well, in humankind, we don't believe that. We believe all lives are important. It's like, not in communism. Okay.
All right. Yep. Demonetization now, Amber. You used a taboo word on YouTube. Enjoy that person who has to sit through this commentary. Uh-oh, they're gonna explode!
But isn't that word the thing that's taking over our entire society? Ah! Not the spray bottle.
Spray bottle's gonna come out. It's more effective than pineapple because who wants to get wet? Amber certainly doesn't. Okay,
No, I
so... according to the map, it's this way, I think.
Yeah.
Not sure. Okay, yep, more populated enemies to take down. And these robots, they're not very smart. That guy was just hanging out in the corner over there. He's just kind of like, I'm just going to do my job. Oh, wait, there's a player. Need to attack him now. Oh, nope. I'm done. Till I respawn.
I think that should be a song about how robots aren't smart.
Well, robots are kind of smart, but you can see
Are they?
that we're just like plowing through this dungeon because most of these enemies are only like level 50.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how... Never mind. Alright, my brother doesn't really watch this, so it doesn't really matter, but... My brother
Amber,
was...
nobody watches this series.
My brother was visiting us, and, like...
How do I have new followers?
I went down one road, and then I was like, oh, I have to drive back the way I came. I got off track, and my brother's like, the GPS says to go all the way around this other way, and I was like, I just came from this way. I just went down the wrong road. I'm going exactly back the way I came and going back on the road I was originally on. And I was like, I'm smarter than GPS. And then my brother, who, like, is working on his PhD, but he's, like, so much younger than me, and he thinks he's so much smarter than me, he's like, the GPS probably knows something you don't. And I'm thinking, like, no, it doesn't. Like, what? Like, actually, our human brains are, like, so much more powerful than,
You mean
like,
that time we
computers.
were on, like, the George Washington Bridge and the GPS told us to keep going left when left was
I know!
the river?
I'm telling you right now that I know for a fact, I will bet my life on this. There is no time in the world that the GPS knows something that I don't. Yeah, because, yeah, we were on the George Washington Bridge, and it kept going, go left now! No, go left now. And it was like, we're on a bridge, there's no left. Luke and I were...
No, there's a left. It's just
it's a
a long
left where
way down
you-
to the water below.
If you go left, you
See?
careen
This is
off
what
to
I'm
your
talking
left.
about. See? The only way you can activate that orb is by hitting it with your grappling hook. And if you didn't find this orb, you can't get through the red doors. So you have to try to find where all these stupid floating orbs are. It's like the developers just remembered at the last second. Oh, by the way, that puzzle that we brought into the beginning of the game, we should probably use that before the game's over. This is like... This and one other dungeon is the only time that these orbs are used.
Yeah.
Outside of playing, like, New Game Plus, like, which is a harder difficulty or whatever. But who would want to go through that? So they decide, you know, for the last 3 dungeons of collecting these random keys, we're going to make it more annoying for the player and throw in those tutorial orbs from the very first level. And yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Namco Bandai, but sometimes they do dumb things. Like, it just felt like, okay, we need to, like, utilize this thing that we introduced at the beginning of the game before the game's over, or we didn't do our job properly.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just thinking, like, if a GPS is so smart, I should just ask the GPS questions, unsolved questions of, like, the universe. Like, why are we here? What is the secret to life? Sit there and see if the GPS can respond, because apparently it knows more things than me.
I thought you could do that with the, what do they call it?
Oh,
The Amazon Echo?
Yeah.
Oh. I deserve that.
I know,
Guys,
actually-
I'm poisoned. Heal me.
Yeah, and Siri. I've actually heard that there are certain things you can ask Siri that are really disturbing.
Please no.
I probably shouldn't talk about it.
Probably not, because I can't deal with it. None of that, thank you very much. Alright. Oh, those floating things are really good for experience, no matter what level you are. Always attack in the middle, and let it spawn as many of its little baby friends as possible, and kill those before destroying the eye in the center, because you get experience from those little guys.
Do you know that Amazon sells those little buttons now, and you can just have a button on your fridge, and when you need to reorder something that you've already ordered, you order that button, it's like $3, and you just, instead of going to your computer and clicking order,
RIP bank account.
you just click on the button. You have a button that reorders it. If you clicked it 1 billion times, it would order 1 billion of them.
Oh no.
And all you have to do, and you can buy like all these buttons, and every time you're out, like say you're looking at the fridge and you're out of soda, just push the button and it'll like order the soda. Like it has that for Amazon right now.
That would be very bad for people that have cats as pets, because Zelda loves pressing things and knocking things over.
What if the things that it was ordering was so expensive, and so like your bank account was gone because the cat kept pushing on it?
Yeah, how do you do returns?
I guess the same way Amazon always does them.
I'm telling you right now, we're not getting that button.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you beg and plead.
For soap products, Tide, like different buttons, like for different products that you can reorder. Yeah.
Now, just to go back and tell you guys and gals this too, remember that even if you're... Whoa, that's death down there. Even if you're playing the game the way I am, just like running through the dungeons, this game has a lot of content. If you like playing side quests, there's hundreds of side quests, and they add side quests all the time. So you'll want to revisit dungeons to find treasures and all this other stuff. But right now, they're recycling a boss that we already fought so many episodes again, probably 20 episodes ago. Remember that giant eyeball thing that I said reminded me of that Power Rangers video game boss? Where it was shot like this giant laser at you? See that like weird trackball in the corner? That's the same boss again. So these levels where you're going through to recollect the card, like the key cards, you fight the same bosses that you beat. They're just like a little bit stronger.
Oh, I gotcha. So it's like it's like Monster Hunter on the higher mode. I forgot what the line.
No,
high rank.
Not the same. There are a few monsters you have to defeat in high rank in Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
But they have all new monsters too.
Oh, so this one is just all the same.
Right. This one is all the same, but
a little bit more difficult.
See, it's added 3 health bars this time, but you can still basically cheese it the same way we did last time.
The same.
Let it attack your friends, find a nice hiding spot behind cover, and just fire away. Look at that.
So no new bosses for the thing where you have to go back and...
The final boss in this game is new. I believe the boss in the spaceship, Weapon Master. What does that mean? Ah, I've never gotten that trophy.
I don't know.
Cool. I don't really get it, but...
You're a Weapon Master!
Maybe because I was, like, hitting it dead in its eye or something like that? Oh, wait. Where...
I think it's referring to your... I don't know. Your hands of steel as weapons. I don't know.
Okay, so what makes this boss a little bit different than the last time we fought him is you have to destroy all his underlings. And these underlings are a lot stronger.
Okay.
But I'm still going to try to just sit here because this is a great spot to avoid being blasted by that laser. Because...
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! What happened?
So, I actually heard that you could ask Siri out on a date.
That's all kinds of weird. Not gonna do that. So, make sure you use your buff abilities. Look at that. See how much that helps? It's really making that eye laser angry. And just use the eye to attack your friends. I mean, this is the point where you want to have moving targets, so you... Ow, that's a grenade.
Wait, did you just say you're using your friends as moving targets?
Yep, I am. I'm a terrible leader. They should never have made me a squadron leader because I play like a solo player. It's like, I don't see friends, I see human shields.
Fleshy shields.
Flesh shields.
Oh my gosh. Every time you say your buff abilities, I keep picturing you getting more and more muscular, like every time you're using a buff ability.
I don't think you could handle the muscular me. Look at this.
You're
Look at the
getting so
gancho. Look at all the dead muscle on my arm.
Yeah,
That's what muscles are.
muscle is
Dead tissue.
Yeah, it's like scar tissue.
How would you like to have like gross scarred stuff all over your biceps? Instead of having real arms, you have weird bumps.
So my foot must be muscular then, because I have a scar on my foot.
I don't know. I mean, I prefer to build calluses, but that's just me.
Yeah, that didn't help me very much when I was in medical assisting, because I have calluses from my violin, so it's kind of impossible for me to read people's pulse.
Next up, we're going to the Old South, and they want us to... So, they had us go to the Sands, is where one of the key cards is. The next key card is the Old South, and then the third key card is somewhere else.
Okay.
Which I don't remember where. But we're going to go back home. So let's see if we gained any experience. I don't think we did. I think we're too high a level for us to really gain anything.
About that.
Yeah.
Wait, we just have 2 more places we have to go then.
Yep, so by episode 28, we'll be ready to continue the story.
Oh,
mostly.
that's right.
Yeah.
Talking episodes in between.
Oh yeah, there's always talking episodes in between. You never know how many talking episodes there's going to be. But anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching the first key card. Join us next time as we get the second key card. See what I did there?
Yes!
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you peeps later with more Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!